Okay, so there's this energy of like, I wish they told me. I wish they told me. And this, like, I don't know if it's together or if it's a separate energy of like not being left behind. I guess more of like being rejected. This like, what about love energy? This like, what about how I feel about you? What about our history? What about don't okay, so this is my unknown card. Just gonna stick that over there with that crystal ball, and that it comes out of this deck, this Neon Awakening deck. I combined it with another deck. I'll put both of the decks in the description, but I married these decks a long time ago and I didn't pull them apart. And so let's see if I can get this to pop a little bit better, because I'm having a hard time handling this deck. Like, it's kind of unruly. Okay. Yeah, so we have this this Justice card upside down, and we have this Eight of Cups energy, this leaving energy, but it's upside down, next to this unknown card. So let me just see if I can get something else to present itself. Okay, I'm going to say that's too many cards, but I'm going to take the one that flipped over. So I also kind of feel like someone is trying to walk towards someone. That person might not be, yeah, that person might not be, I almost said eligible for that. I guess the better word would be like available for that. But eligible, it's kind of showing me like this Justice card again of like, you're trying to walk to this person, but you're not going to be allowed to do that. You might be in this energy of like true love, but it's not going to be allowed. Why? I always ask why on stuff like this, because it's not supposed to be. It's not a. Let's get another row on this. Okay, this card came out with that card that I said flipped over, and I put it back in the deck. This Eight of Swords upside down is going to go underneath the unknown. That just really seems like self-captivation. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is typically like the victory card, under Justice in reverse. And Justice, again, seems to be trying to stop this person from moving towards someone else with what could be true love or unconditional love. And there's no guarantee that that's actually a thing. There's something not compatible with this. It could just be an energetic thing. Like at the moment, we're not compatible because someone's walking away. Someone needs strength to walk away. Give me one more, please. I mean, it could be, what about the time that we've spent together? But I feel like it's more of like, what about what could be? So if this people did have spent time together, it was mediocre, and someone wants to make it better. Someone wants a second chance. But there's new energy here too. There's this new, hey, I'm like interested in you, and this other energy is like, yeah, but I'm kind of holding my cup for someone else, and you know, for some reason I just don't like you. And my back is to you. There's no spark. Let's get the other row. Let's see what's happening here. Looking at that victory card and this like 10 of Wands. I don't see any like, I mean, we have the 9 of Wands upside down. But that just could be like, again, like a non-movement. Wow, these 3 flipped out together. What are we looking at? All right, we have this. That's the 3 of Cups upside down. This one, I believe, is the 7 of Swords. No, it's the 5 of Swords. Interesting that I picked that up as the 7 of Swords. Even before I brought it back here, I picked it up as the 7 of Swords, but then I couldn't see the number, so I brought it over here. This card, look at it again. We have this 4 of Cups energy, but it's upside down. This row is weird. It's like it doesn't belong. 9 of Pentacles on the strength and the, again, not wanting to give to the situation and then wanting to work on something else that's not on the table. Can I have one more card, please? What are we working on? Who is this person that wants a chance? And why do we care? Why is it in our reading? Are we that person? And this were the messages that it's not compatible? And the person wants to work on something else? Or are we the something else and we're not on the table because we purposely pulled cards to see what they were doing? What's this? There's a couple of them. All right, nope, there's a few of them. All right, what do we got? We've got this 9 of Wands. We've got the 2 of Wands and this 4 of Pentacles upside down. I don't think it's necessarily a person. I actually think it's multiple things, and that's why I'm not getting any one thing strongly. I think that this person that's turning away from this other person doesn't want, they want, they want to live a certain way. They have this idea in their head about how, like, what living really is or how to really live kind of thing. It's just mostly based on like a way of life that, like, I'm picking up like peace, like how to live peacefully, like with other people who maybe aren't peaceful, or just something to where they've decided that this is the way I'm going to be. And it's a good possibility that this person that's coming towards them is not like that. They just don't, and they're not into wanting to change someone, so they're just kind of like, I'm not really, you know, I'm kind of just gonna not wait, but look out into the horizon and see, you know, kind of what comes up. And I kind of like, sometimes I pick this card up, this 4 of Pentacles, as like a stingy or like a, you know, not wanting to let something go card, and it's upside down. It's partly like, you know, I'm okay letting stuff go, but I think this is more like an openness to move in another direction. And so it looks pretty balanced. There's nothing really wrong with this decision that this person made. It just seems like these people aren't necessarily compatible, and it's a possibility. This, like I said, this 3rd row is a little strange. It's like, it's a possibility that this person knows something about the person that's coming towards them, that they don't want that in their, I was going to say energy field, but I just meant like someone like that. They don't want to have a relationship with someone like that. Like, it's almost like a third party situation, but it's not necessarily like someone instigated it, but maybe it's kind of like once someone figured out they were in one, they didn't do anything about it because they were like kind of stuck on the other person that was doing that to them. And so this other person saw that, and then so this person left that person and then was kind of pursuing this other person, maybe even in a way like, well, I've always liked you. And that other person looked back and remembered that that person allowed themselves to be in a third party situation, and this person was like, well, I'm not in that energy. That's not appealing to me. I don't like it. And what if that happens to me, where they allow me to be in a third party situation because they can't say no or something like that? It's just something simple like that. I'm trying to get these cards to like jump and they're not doing it. I'm gonna have to pull them. It's like every situation in the book. I feel like sometimes these days, like a lot of people aren't necessarily dating, and if they're dating, they're dating a certain way. So even if they're dating in a way that's not like bad, they're not, two people who may not be bad are not necessarily dating in the same way. And because people are so picky now, and they want to see, like, they want to know all these life hacks about dating before they like step outside and actually try to do it. I think they make these like assumptions and like preconceived notions before they like ever really get to experience a person. And I think that because of that, dating has become more of like this, it's almost like speed dating, this energy of, oh, I don't like what this person does for a living, thank you, next, you know, kind of energy. And so okay, so it's a possibility that this person isn't communicating. So possibility that this person isn't communicating with the person that is like, I almost said following them. Or it's a possibility that, like I said, if you're that thing they want to work towards, that they're not talking to you either. This is like, I've been picking up a lot of like, I want to say male energy, like, you know, divine masculine energy that's been kind of sitting around. But they're not just like sitting around, like, you know, thinking about what they're going to do when they grow up. Like, it's kind of like there's something stopping them. So I want to say in most cases it's like fear, because a lot of people, they allow their fear to sort of take over, and it's a very common emotion to have. So it's a good possibility that for any reason, including if, you know, if they have a history with you, the thought of coming forward and apologizing is a lot, especially if they know that you've changed in a way where you don't take any more bullshit. Yes. So, you never really know someone until you break up with them. Someone told me that a long time ago, and it's always been true. I've seen it so often. It doesn't even have to be negative. You see someone being pleasant on the way out the door with someone that they said that they loved, you believe them, because they, on the way out the door, are behaving. I've said it before, that if someone didn't give you respect, like in the beginning, don't expect to give it to you in the middle or the end. And so when you're breaking up with them, that's a really good indication of who they are. Are they the type of person that wanted to tear something down? I got this notion earlier. I don't even know if it was during this reading, but are they the type of person that would rather tear something down that they build up just so that no one else can have it, or just so that they can feel justified in knowing that they didn't build something for someone else, or some, you know, whatever. I just said the same thing. So it's kind of like, you know, I never really understood why people do that. You know, it could just be like a revenge thing. Like, I should know about revenge. I'm a Scorpio. But that's not really my style. Because I've always thought that God could do a better job than I could do on any day of the week. And plus, sometimes I just don't have the energy to fight with people, especially on some stupid crap. Let's say there was a person and another person wanted to come towards me, and I'm going to fight for, fight with someone else for this person. If this person cared about me, they wouldn't even allow me to do that. But that's actually not the word I was going to use. But they wouldn't let me get into a situation where I would do that, because they would respect me too much. If someone's bringing drama to me on any level, even if they know they have someone on their tail that they can't shake, that's enough to kind of have someone who's solid look at someone else and go, what's wrong with you? You know, are you sure you're ready for a relationship, or what's up? You know, especially if the other person doesn't deserve it or isn't like that. And then, you know, this is kind of like sometimes like, hey, I got over it. And sometimes a, kind of a denial energy of, well, it is, you know, it's that way. So, I'm happy about it, kind of thing. Like, I can't be anything else because it's done. Like, it's a thing. I'm just trying to look at these three cards and like relate them to each other, or relate them Okay. Okay, so this person that's following this other person, they did have a relationship. This person is someone who won't go away. That's what this Four of Cups is. We're being offered something that we already had. And we didn't like it last time. Look, we got stone cold and cold as ice on the table. And cheating. So now, here we are. You never really know someone until you break up with them. Over and done with cheating. See, this person seems like they have no power. This person that's following this other person, so I don't even understand why they're on the table. I mean, we did ask, what are they doing right now? But see, my thing is too, is like, I'm not talking to divine masculine. I'm most like talking to divine feminine right now, but we're talking about divine masculine. And when I see divine masculine in these situations like this, I'm like, what's your deal, dude? Like, why can't you say no? What is the problem? And I know that some people don't go away. Like, I totally get it. Oh. I forgot why some people don't go away. Yeah, these people could have been married. I mean, that Four of Wands isn't on the table, but the Two of Wands is on the table. And it kind of just seemed like, yeah, no, I'm going to look somewhere else. And it is kind of like, it's almost like the other person like didn't acknowledge what they were saying. Like, what do you mean you're going to look for, yeah, what do you mean? You're going to look for someone else. I'm here. I don't think it's over for both of these people. I think it's only over for one of them. And I think the other one is upset. And I was going to pass this one by, but yeah, see, okay, so you're the person that they want this thing they want to work on. That's you. That's why they're in this reading. The thing is this third party, usually I can see them. I can't see them here. So I don't know if you're talking to this person who's making dumb decisions. Hey, stupid card. We're going to end it there with this deck. And I'm just going to grab this deck. This is the no contact deck. I'm just going to see if there's anything else we can get to come out of this. You know, I'm getting the notion too that you may not have thought about this person in a while. This person may have been gone for a while. And when I say a while, I'm getting like, it could be like 12 years. I mean, it could be a year. It could be 12 months. But yeah, this is like it's like walking away from the idea of, hey, what about love? But then not going anywhere. Yeah. You never know what you got till it's gone. Second chances, regret, remorse. Yeah. It's interesting how that just did that. To me, that card a lot of times is either I'm trying to get you and I really hope I get you, like you're the miracle, or it's kind of like I'm in this sitting energy, this waiting energy, and I'm just kind of hoping it happens for me. I'm just hoping that this person that I want to work towards, I hope they call me. I hope they call me. And the thing is like we've talked about how like when they're sitting in a certain energy, we don't want to call you. I can't with this. We don't want to be, you know. Sorry. Okay. And you know, the other thing is, you know, we still aren't apparently a whole lot healed. So either first of all, we're not healed, because when we're in this energy, it's look at this. This card came out in another read. and it was out of a different deck. This card actually has meaning. So missed connection, abandonment, delayed beginning. Yeah, I kind of feel like you know this person. They may have been, I'm getting a few different scenarios. This could be a lot of people. Again, if you don't know, if you haven't thought of somebody in a while, but there was someone that was like kind of special, like maybe they didn't break your heart as much as like other people, but you could tell that the reason why you guys didn't work out was because they made some kind of decisions. Where is that card? They made some kind of decision that didn't align with the two of you being together, and so it took them off in a totally situation, and they ended up with somebody, this person that we can't see on the table, who's significant enough to be in the reading but not significant enough to show themselves, which kind of tells me that this person is absolutely not paying them any attention. They're going through all this, but they're absolutely not paying them any attention. They're like, I already understand my mistake, I'm not going to make it again. But they're also in this spot where they're kind of like, you know, they just want like some sort of relief from that situation, right? And then like if you were to get involved in that situation, like while they're still in this, then you have to deal with the fallout of that for what's going on in their head. And this other person who's moving stealthily, like they still might try to come because they don't want to let stuff go. We have that Four of Pentacles on the table, right? In reverse. They don't want to let stuff go. This person who doesn't show themselves, but their actions are on the table. I would say because of this card and maybe even this card and whatever else they were going through, I would disconnect from this person. Like energetically, I would disconnect. If this person wants to talk, then I think they should talk. They should open up. They should verbally speak and tell the truth. That'll get them out of this, maybe. Depending on what they did and who they did it to and why they did it, or sometimes people don't care why they did it. You know, it might also depend on who is still in the picture, behind the scenes, who we can't see. Well, she's still not gone yet. Blah, blah, blah. What? Like, what? That doesn't impress me. So, you know, depending on the situation, you know, how you handle this person. But yeah, energetically, I would not let my energy get in this, and I would not let their energy get to me. I don't care how sweet it is, how they come at me and how it feels or whatever's going on. Don't forget, if they're bringing this, they're also bringing this and some other crap, and they're bringing it all to you, and then you're going to be entangled in that energetically. You'll feel different. I wouldn't bother. Just energetically stop thinking about them if they're not contacting you. If they are contacting you, let them speak and contemplate them minimally, depending on where they are in this. You know, if someone's healed, someone's healed. It's a possibility that they could, you know, heal from that, and this could be like legit, but then we still have this. So, you know, if you've gotten that out of your life, then it's, you know, there's a reason why this thing is moving the way it is, because there's still conflict that you're not supposed to be involved in. So it's up to you, obviously, what you want to do. But I'm going to keep saying it. If you get energetically involved, you're just giving this person like more energy to stay away and long for a situation that they can't, like, they're not even moving towards. You're going to make it more tolerable energetically for them to just sit there. So keep that in mind. Until next time.